Assault and Flattery is a Popeye cartoon pretty much of two halves. Half of it I really thoroughly enjoyed, half of it I didn't really care for. This was a Famous Studios cartoon from 1956. It's directed by Izzy, Sparber, Eugster and Thomas Johnson. It's written by Isadore Klein, with the voice cast including Jackson Beck as Bluto, Gilbert Mack as Judge Wimpy, Jack Mercer as Popeye and Mae Questel as Olive Oil. And the judge aspect, the courtroom aspect, that's the bit I really enjoyed. The bit I didn't like is the clip show element, but I do love the concept. Wimpy is the judge, and Bluto is telling him about the times Popeye has beaten him up. And then we get examples of previous Popeye cartoons to illustrate what Bluto is saying. And I do admit it's well edited, and they chose some good clips, but I still find these to be really boring. I do not like clip shows, compilation episodes. Granted, it's easier for us to binge watch them today, so it doesn't have the same appeal, but even then, if people have seen these before, they want fresh material. So just bundling together a whole bunch of clips that have aired previously, it just seems really lazy and boring and pointless, especially when some of the clips do actually last a really good chunk of time, to the point where it feels like we're just watching that cartoon. They were not all tremendously long, but some of them definitely were, so had they edited it a bit differently, had it been a bit quicker, had we had more snapshot overviews to illustrate what the characters were saying, it would have been a little bit better, but unfortunately that's not quite what was delivered. But I love the courtroom scenes. It's quite simply animated, it's not too busy. We're basically looking at Judge Wimpy, Popeye and Bluto. There's not much else going on, but it works really well, and those aspects I loved. I really thoroughly enjoyed those. The clips themselves, yeah, they're fine. Some of them are too long lasting. That being said, I don't think this cartoon would have worked as well without them. There are some where we get, I'm trying to think, I can't remember the title of it, but I watched one recently where Popeye was in a film in Hollywood, and he took his nephews to see this filming, and then we saw clips of, I think it was Sinbad, and that could have worked. They could have done the same cartoon without the clips, and it would have been slightly different, but they could have had the same setting. It would have worked well. Whereas here, yeah, they could have done it without the clips, but I do realise that it does give evidence, and I can see why they did it. Do I feel glad that this exists just so we can get the courtroom scenes? I guess. It's not the end of the world. It's not the best. Some of the clips are far too long. Some of them are okay. The courtroom aspect, I loved, really thoroughly enjoyed. I doubt I'd watch it again, but I suppose as a one-time watch, Assault and Flattery was not the worst.